Welcome back to my channel here at TradeSG. My name is Sammy. Today we're going to take a look at SERV, RKLB, APLD, and MOBX. If you like this sort of content, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and join the Discord. Let's go ahead and take a look at SERV first. So SERV obviously had a breakout off this bull flag that we had going on inside a descending triangle, and then it tried to break out, and thus we did not succeed. Okay, this is technically called a bust out. Not yet though, because we haven't broke below this trend, which is the apex. We literally reached apex, we broke out, and now we're trying to back test that breakout. If we break below this trend line, this is called a bust out, where price tried to break out of a certain specific trend and then it comes back inside a certain pattern. All right, so a couple things to know. The fundamentals, the overall fundamentals is not giving us a bullish momentum to the upside. SPY and Bitcoin are completely selling off today, or at least having a bearish momentum to the downside. So I want to see at least another bounce here at the 950. We have a historic bounce here, candle here, support here, resistance, 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 and then the breakout. Okay, if we come back and fail this breakout, 950 is your next support area. Keep an eye on this, and if we break below the 950, then look at that, we're not afraid to come back down to the 382, 895, and I don't want to see this break below the 895, because then it gets inside this descending wedge pattern, and then you're typically inside a bearish momentum or bearish continuation. So the RSI is also breaking below the center line. Again, the overall fundamentals not giving us any headwind to the upside. So just be patient with this. We are testing that breakout. If we break below it, that's fine. 950. I want to see it back, at least a bounce. Break that. 382 macro. 895 is your next ultimate support. You break below that, it's bye-bye. RKLB. So Rocket Labs. I mean, there's really nothing bad to say about this thing. This thing is pretty much in a bull flag. Let me turn off all the noise. Typically, I don't like putting all my EMAs and SMAs for the viewers, because they're just a lot of stuff going on the screen. But one thing's for sure, it's still inside a bull flag. Okay, it broke out of this channel, and now it's coming back to back test it. Again, fundamentals not showing us any indicators to the upside. RSI is well above the center line. We are seeing historic bounce here, at least coming back to test this historic bounce here. All right, look at this, folks. This is very bullish. Look at this. We had a resistance, support, we had a pivot, and then a pivot. We're testing this little small pivot here, but your absolute support bounce would also in line with your trend line breakout. It would roughly be around that trend line. Okay, that breakout is that trend line, and that support bounce on that RSI trend line. So I love what I see here. Your absolute bottom, you know, we've seen it time to time again, is this 236 macro on the 3-day time frame, which is 40.12. Worst case scenario, it just bounces right off that and makes moves to the upper side. Now, if I turn on the noise, if you guys really want to see, we've historically been bouncing off the 20 EMA and the 20 SMA, folks. The 20 EMA, which is my red, and then that 20 SMA, which is my blue. Okay, simple moving average. And look at that here, folks. Look at that. Support. I know it's a lot of noise, folks. Just bear with me, okay? Look, support on that 20 EMA. That's my 50 SMA, and this light blue is my 20 SMA. I know it's a little bit confusing, but again, it just likes following this 20 EMA. It just followed the red line, which is my 20 EMA. You see historic bounce here, and then it just started making moves to the upside. Okay, folks? So again, very, very bullish. Nothing bad to say. APLD. Okay, this one I've spoke on my last recent streams, guys. I've stated this. Let me turn off the noise. I've stated this before. We have a harmonic structure here at 886. Let me go ahead and point that out. We have a harmonic structure here at the 886. Check my recent videos. 886 is a harmonic structure completion. I don't have it up. Let me see if it can actually show up here. I don't have it up. I took it off. And then we're also gonna fill the. If we come back back test at 618, which is right here, the golden pocket, folks. APLD is coming down to fill this gap at 1041. 1041, and then we have a completion at 886, your absolute bottom. So let's not be bullish on this yet. Okay, we are showing a little bit of a bearish momentum. Now if I turn on my MACD again, APLD is inside a bearish trend. I spoke on this on the MACD, crossing that signal line. Once we crossed it a couple days ago, it's going to be hell on earth. Look at the histogram. It's actually getting stronger, which is very, very bearish. And you know what? This is great if you're trying to buy the opportunity, buy the lows. But APLD is still in a downtrend, so I wouldn't want to throw money at this yet. the bearish indicators are still going off. It's still momentum to the downside. And if I turn on the noise, okay, if I turn on my noise, we have the EMA and 20, we have the 5 and the 10 EMA below the candle, above the candle, and they have 20 SMA and the 20 EMA above the candle as well. This is very negative, okay? Very bearish. So let's see if we can find a support bounce at this 382 at the 1363. It's been a historic bounce here. Support here, support here, okay? Multiple candles here, multiple candles here. This structure right here tells you all you need to know where the potential reversal might be. But if we break below the 382, 1363, and the overall market continues to sell off, guys, I'm sorry, but APLD is very much going to break below this 50 EMA, 50 SMA, probably back test at 0.5, hopefully see a reversal, adding confluence for these new EMA lines and Fibonacci levels at 1260. And if you break that, guys, it's pretty much going to very good odds is come fill that gap at 1041. Okay, if the market does not give us the reverse that we're looking for. Okay, so we just got to be patient with this. Just really consider the fundamental, the macroeconomics play a role. Again, we need SPY and Bitcoin to act nice. Last but not least, MOBX. Now we had some news that didn't work on our favor. I believe I totally forgot what it was. Long story short, I do like what I see in MOBX going on right here. Typically, when you have a bearish or a bad event or bad news, you want to see bearish engulfing candles coming down to the downside. But this thing actually is printing a spinning top on the daily time frame, which is very, very neutral. It's still bearish, but it's neutral. Let me turn on the noise real quick. We tested that 5 EMA, but I love that we found the bounce at a key psychological level at the dollar. And look at this wick, guys. This wick is a story. It tells you a story. It tells you buyers love this. Okay, the pattern is still bullish. I'll consider bearish when we break below this structure. Okay, below 93.85. I'll consider that. All right. Other than that, we're above the dollar. We're above the golden ratio. And again, the noise. If I turn on my EMAs and SMAs, we're above the 5 and the 10. We're testing the 10. We're above the 10 EMA. All the other important indicators, and now we're below the 5 EMA. So again, bad catalyst, but we didn't print an engulfing bearish and continuation to the downside. I do love these wicks. That just tells me buyers stepped in and they love the price. So we rejected the bull zone. I want to see a bounce here on the RSI pivot support key resistance area. So if we come back, this will add a confluence testing the RSI MA, and then also that key resistance. Hopefully we act as support and move on to the upside and test that bull zone. 145 is a key resistance level on this thing. 145 is a key. We break 145 eventually next week, a month from now, 2 months from now, this is going to fly. I love this wick. Nothing bad I see yet, but it is what it is. Just one of those days. You just got to be patient. Fundamental is very key, especially during these times. We have SPY selling off. We have Bitcoin selling off. These two catalysts is what driving the markets down. So you got to be patient. Don't throw your money at the market when you know it's still a bearish sentiment still panning out. Just be patient with these plays, okay, folks? Thank you so much for this quick TA. Love you guys. Like the video. Join the Discord. I'll see you guys soon.